Wakey wakey, the Kellogg's football camps are back this summer. To claim a free place, purchase a promotional pack of Kellogg's cornflakes, Cocoa Pops or Rice Krispies. Scan the QR code on pack or visit kelloggsfc.com to request your free code. See website for full terms and conditions.
When your company earns unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with Capital One, that's serious business. So Stephen at SandCloud got a serious business card, the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One.
We used our 2% cash back to help build our retail presence.
Savvy, Stephen.
And we get big purchasing power, so our business can spend more and earn more.
The Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains August 8th through the 14th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
To the 2025-26 Humungous EFL Championship Preview episode. We did this for the first time last year and it was one of the most listened to and liked episodes that was released, along with the massive Premier League preview. And don't you worry, the massive Premier League preview is on its way as well. And you Patreon supporters and Apple Podcast subscription subscribers, you will get your ears on that before anybody else. So, before we get going, just a very quick message to say, if you haven't already, please do make sure that you check out my brand new show, Soccer for Kids, where I cover everything possible on soccer in the United States of America. Just search for Soccer for Kids wherever you're listening to this, and you'll be able to hear episodes on Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, and plenty of others as the weeks go by. So then, the Humungous EFL Championship Preview. The three teams that tumbled down from the world-famous Premier League last year were Southampton, Leicester City and Ipswich Town. Those three find themselves in one of the toughest and hardest and most competitive leagues on earth. Every single team battles in the championship like there is no tomorrow, because dropping points means the risk of dropping closer and closer to non-league football, where teams have less and less of a chance of surviving overall. And of course, all of these teams want to win the league, and maybe some of them, realistically, even don't want to win the league and want to be in the playoffs because it's better for their bank balance. Anyway, stacking up the cash and the potential of being promoted to the Premier League makes these teams even hungrier. That's why it's one of the most competitive leagues in the whole wide world. But also, it's a league which is tough on the minds and bodies of the players. Each team will play 46 games. Yes, you heard me right, 46 games. Plus the FA Cup, plus the League Cup, and if they're lucky to get into the playoffs, some teams will play 60 or more matches across the league and across all the competitions. That is an unbelievable amount of football. But hey, let's not forget, that's a lot of miles and a lot of money for the fans who support the teams. After all, the teams wouldn't exist if it wasn't for us, the football fans. Right, who's in the championship this season then? Let's start from the bottom in alphabetical order. Wrexham, that team from Wales who have gone from a non-league football club to the championship in the space of 3 seasons. Quite simply incredible. Could they actually find themselves in the Premier League next season? We'll do some predictions in a bit, and by the way, I really want to hear your predictions on how you think the championship's going to go. Then there's West Bromwich Albion, And then there's Sir Elton John's beloved Watford. And listen to this. Then there is Snoop Dogg and Luka Modric's Swansea City. No, I'm not joking. They both own a part of a club. Yes, you heard me right, adults. Snoop Dogg. Then there's Stoke, Southampton, Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, QPR, Preston North End, the greatest team of all time, Portsmouth, Oxford United, Norwich, Millwall, Middlesbrough, Leicester City, without Jamie Vardy for the first time in many years. Then there's Ed Sheeran's Ipswich, who have recently been relegated, Hull City, Derby County, Coventry City, Charlton Athletic, Bristol City, Blackburn Rovers, and Tom Brady, the NFL quarterback legend superstars team, Birmingham City. There are some serious teams in the Championship this season, and there's some proper matchups. If they were boxing matches, I'm telling you now, they would be pay-per-view blockbusters. I mean, there's the South Coast derby between Portsmouth and Southampton. They've only played each other twice since 2012. That, my friends, will be a tasty one. Then there's the Steel City derby between Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday. Those two aren't fond of each other one tiny bit. Then there's the East Anglian Old Farm derby between Ipswich Town and Norwich. Then there's the West Lancashire derby between Blackburn Rovers and Preston North End. And then there's the one which isn't a derby in terms of location, but certainly one in terms of power, pride and money. Wrexham, who have Hollywood backing, and Birmingham, who have an NFL legend, Brady, backing them. They, of course, played each other last year, and it'll be just important this year, maybe even more important. My goodness, when you think about it, there really are some mouth-watering clashes to look forward to when it comes to the EFL Championship. So, who are the favourites to win the EFL Championship and be promoted? Well, so the experts are saying, and the data analysers, and the people who do this sort of thing as a job. No, I'm not joking. Yes, there are people who do this kind of thing as a job. A lot of those people have got Ipswich winning the league. Also on the list is Birmingham City and their huge injection of money and celebrity status. And then Southampton are up there in the favourites to go back up to the Premier League alongside Super Frank Lampard's Coventry. I think the EFL Championship is the toughest and hardest league in the world when it comes to predictions. They've all got decent players to a certain level. They've all got decent support. But this year, for me personally, and this is just my opinion, it's a little bit different. And yes, it does come down to money, but I also think it comes down to momentum and the current attitude and the vibe of a club. Birmingham City have unbelievably rich owners who have chucked a humongous quantity of money at the club in recent times. But not only that, they seem to have this mentality at the moment where everything is about winning. The owners, they want to win. The manager, he wants to win. The players, they want to win. The fans, they want to win more than ever before. And they've got this great momentum. So with that momentum, with that backing, with that attitude, with that mentality, for me, I think they're going to go on to be the winners of the EFL Championship this season. I might have to eat my words, but what do you think? I think Birmingham are the team to keep a close eye on. In terms of the other teams who may well be promoted this season, I think Ipswich will be strong contenders, just like the people who do this stuff for a job. They still have a really strong squad, big backing, and as long as they play with the want to be back in the Premier League, they could be shooting straight back up to the big time in no time. The third team I think will be promoted, probably thanks to the playoffs, which is one of my favourite things about the EFL Championship, is the playoffs. But I think Frank Lampard's Coventry have a very, very good chance of being promoted this year. They came so close last year. Frank seems to have the team in a good place. I mean, when he arrived, they weren't far off the relegation zone, and in such a short period, he got them into such a good place. I reckon he can do some pretty magical things there. And I know we've got a lot of Coventry fans who listen to the podcast, so I'm wishing your team and all the other teams the best of luck. So, there we go. The first Championship game will be between two of the favourites. Birmingham at home to Ipswich on Friday the 8th of August. And then it's all systems go. Football is back. Championship football galore. 33 weekends of championship games, 9 midweek match days, 4 bank holidays full of football, and so much more. I am very excited. Will Snoop Dogg come out and be a mystery sub for Swansea City this year? Will Tom Brady come onto the pitch at Birmingham? Will Wrexham make it 4 promotions out of 4? Who knows? And that is the greatest thing about the Championship and why we love it so much. So remember, if you know somebody who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly or pitchside, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.